Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of how to build Aang's staff. In the first video we showed you how to get the main core of the staff done with all the openings and everything. So this video is going to continue on. We're going to work on making the pieces of the wing for both the top and the bottom wings. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so what we need to build the wing pieces, we're going to need strips 1/4 inch in thickness, about it, don't have to be exact, but around 1/4 inch or slightly less will be good. We got these pieces by taking the leftover 2x4 of where we cut out the staff, and we set the circular saw to about 1/4 inch and went ahead and cut along the edges until we ran out of material. I wasn't too comfortable using the circular saw, so I had my dad help, and we did end up getting 4 pieces out of it, so this will help us get started with the wings. Alright. So the pieces of the wing lengthwise are going to be 36 inches or 3 feet. So you're going to measure from one side to 36 inches and go ahead and make your mark there. We're going to go ahead and cut this out right now. So we got the one cut at 36 inches. We got enough left, we're going to do another cut. I'm going to measure from this far side because there's a knot right here and I want to avoid that. So I'll measure 36 inches from this other side here. Make the mark. I'm going to cut that off from there. Alright, once you have your piece cut out, what you're going to do is you're going to offset 1/2 inch from both the bottom and the top and draw the lines all the way down from end to end. These are where we're going to cut. When you cut, try to keep your blade to the inside in between the 2 lines, because we got to make sure that the wing pieces stay 1/2 inch. The inside we are not going to be able to use for the wing because it will be too small. However, do try and save this because we are going to use it for the outer shell pieces for the staff later on. Okay, so now we got the 8 upper wing pieces all cut out, very rough cut. Now we need the 4 pieces for the lower wing. I'm going to be using these 2 pieces here. These were left over from cutting 36 inches from both sides. They're a little less than 12 inches, so they'll work just fine for what we want to do. We're going to need 4 of them this size. Alright, so I got my lines drawn. Again, measured 1/2 inch from both sides. On this one, since I have this knot right here in the wood, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this piece out here
And then after I make the cut, I'll just measure a 1/2 inch from the same side. That way I avoid this knot here. And again, these are, the bottom wing pieces should be 12 inches. These are slightly under by like an 1/8 inch, so these are working just fine for us. Okay, we got the 4 pieces for the bottom wing cut out now. What we're going to do is we're going to take all of them on the bench grinder, just clean up all the edges, make them nice and uniform. And also what we're going to do is on all of them on one side, we're just going to round off the ends. And we're going to do that for the 8 upper wings and then the 4 lower wing pieces. Okay, we got the wing pieces all cleaned up and we have rounded off all the edges. Now what we're going to do is drill a hole centered right into the end here for the nails to go through. I'm using a 1/8 size drill bit. Okay, all the wing pieces are done. Drilled all the holes right in the end here, and we're ready to start assembling. Okay guys, I'm going to show you now how to start assembling, or the order of how the wing pieces and the washers are going to go into the pins for the wings. Now what you're going to do, I have this set up on the outside, that way it would be easier for you guys to see what I'm doing. But it's you got 3 pins, 2 of them are in line, 1 slightly below in the center. These 2 pins are right in line with your 2-inch wide portion, and these are centered, and the distance in between these 2 is 1 1/4 inches. Then this one here is just dead center, offset down 1/4 inch. Now you're going to probably want to pre-drill your holes and just slide the pins in, that way the wood will not split. And I'll show you later on how I'm going to do that. But when you assemble it, you're first going to want to do the center pin for the center wing, since it's in the middle, and then you do the outsides afterwards after it's not in the way. But it's really easy. You're just going to first put in 2 of your washers down first. That way it gives the wing something to slide on, that way it can do it very smoothly. Then you're basically going to put in the center 4 of your 8 wing pieces. Like that. And then after that, there's going to be 2 more washers on top. That takes care of the center. Now you can do either the outside edge and they're both the same. You're first going to start out with 2 washers, one of your wing pieces, 3 washers, and another one of your wing pieces, and then 2 more washers. And finally, the last one is the exact same. 2 washers, one of your wing pieces, and 3 washers, your other wing piece, and 2 more washers. Depending on the size of your opening, you might need to add more washers. That way these 2 wings stay up to where they're supposed to be. Just use how many that you will actually need to fill in that void. That way the pieces don't move around too much. You also notice at this point these wings overlap and will stick out past your staff. That's okay, because again we're going to be using an outer layer, and when we put that on, that's going to build the staff up around. That way these are going to be flush with the outside. Okay guys, now for the bottom wing, your pin setup is going to be the exact same as the top, so the same dimensions, everything. Again, you're going to want to start with the middle pin. You're going to put 1 washer down, one of your wing pieces, then you're going to use 8 washers, then a second wing piece, and then 1 more washer. For the outside, you're going to do 7 washers, 1 piece, and about 5 washers. Same thing on the other side. 7 wing piece, then 5. And then that's how you set up the bottom wing pieces. Okay, we're now going to drill the holes in just the top portion of the staff. That way we can slide the nails in and move it around. Again, the holes are 1 1/4 apart, centered, and this hole is offset 1/4 inch down. Alright, here we go. Now we're doing the bottom wing. Alright guys, we got all the pieces inside the staff for both the top and the bottom wings. Let's see them here. You'll have the nails sticking through the bottom. Just go ahead and put some glue around each one. That way they can get locked in place. And actually this is going to be where we're going to stop for this part of the how-to videos. In the next part, that is where we're going to start cleaning this up. You'll notice that these wings aren't quite fitting quite yet, so we'll go ahead and get those trimmed up. Once trimmed, we'll cut all the top ends of the nails off, and we'll start putting that outer shell that I was talking about. And we'll do that in the next video, so keep an eye out for that. So until next time, thanks for watching.